Welcome everybody, I am the YouTuber here, and we're going to set for another NCAA basketball tournament. This one is between Indiana and Kent State. This is, winner of this one goes ahead and plays Miami. Again, Miami is a good three-point shooting team, so the winner likely is going to have to defend really well the three-point shooting. Kent State, not a very good team, so more likely Indiana does come off with a win here. I'll be controlling Indiana in this one. So let's go over it for. So like I said, I'll be controlling the Indiana Hoosiers out of the Big Ten. You got Kent State in the MAC. So it's Big Ten versus MAC. Indiana Hoosiers versus the Kent State Golden Flashes. I'll be controlling Indiana. They're a B plus overall, B plus offensively, and B defensively. So they have all the check marks pointing towards them. And for Kent State, they are overall D plus, offensively D plus, and defensively D plus. They run more of a half court, whereas Indiana runs more of a balanced tempo. So the tempo is half court for Kent State versus balanced for Indiana. There's your uniforms. Kent State in the blue jerseys. Kent State were in gold with the K around the neck, gold and white stripes around the neck, gold and white stripes around the shoulders, and sort of around the bottom of where the sleeves. If basketball jerseys had sleeves, it'd be gold around the shoulders, underneath the arm, and down the side of the jersey as well on both sides. Indiana with Indiana in red on the front. Two red stripes on the neck for Indiana, and one red stripe, excuse me, around the shoulders, through the arm, by the armholes, and down the side as well. Probably red numbers and probably gold numbers for Kent State. Lineup goes like this: Wells, Kemp, Henderson, Finn, and Bryan for Kent State. You got Stanley, Riggs, Garrison, Callaway, and Lucas for Indiana. The game's from the Lloyd Noble Center in Norman. That'll do it until we wrap things up. We'll send it to the broadcast. Listen to the broadcast of today's game. We'll be back at the end of the game to wrap things up.
Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA tournament. Today's game is between the Kent State Golden Flashes and Indiana Hoosiers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Midwest region. And of course, our starting lineup. The starting five is not over. These guys are playing this way. Let's see what type of they bring to the table. Let's check out how these teams are going to set the tempo, man. Every game you have to get your early focus. after what's going to help the team win when you execute that. And after all that anticipation, we're underway. Well, receives the ball. Shots up. This guy is really known as a power guy.
You know, I love the way this kid uses his body to create opportunities and space. He is just a beast down low. Physical guy.
He shoots from the corner. And misses. Rips it down. Out of the way. Nice rejection. Stanley handles the pass. Now on the run. And he throws it right away. Great steal.
English on it.
Didn't seem as though anything was going to stop him on that take, Coach.
Because that's a great thing. Drive into ecstasy. He drove with conviction and was rewarded with the hoop.
Both teams are looking to get something going here. And he can't get them out. Garrison handles the feed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us tonight. Gus Johnson here alongside Bill Raftery. Here comes the pain. Long lead pass. Shots off. He can't get it to go.
Oh, physical play.
Inside. In the post. Shots off. Keep it here. Henderson receives the pass. Strips the ball. Pushes it. Off the mark.
Makes them so competitive on the glass.
Shots off.
Look for the outlet.
Now they work it around the perimeter. From the corner. But he misses his target. Way out on the right wing. It's a call for the foul. Up. Counted and the foul. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You really got to know your limitations, guys.
Young man's just a freshman, but has demonstrated that he can play at this level.
Being a freshman can be intimidating, but the key is to find out different ways to contribute to the team. It doesn't always have to be scoring. You can do the little things that play strong defense will be helping out his team.
Call for the foul. Too aggressive on the defense. Lines up with the foul. Another great second-year player here, Bill. Underclassmen are a big key for any successful program.
Presley's been through the first year. It's going to be exciting to see how much he learned as a freshman. His team definitely expects more from him this season.
Got to the free throw line. He misses it.
Get out and fill. How about that elevation?
Jumping inside from the corner. No luck from downtown. And there. looking for a good shot. Shots off. He rips it down. And he lays it up and in. Now that's taking it strong to the rim, isn't it?
That's a great take, strong to the tin. That puts incredible pressure on the D when you go to the hoop like that.
Now in transition. Lobs it inside. And it's knocked away. Great block. The Hoosiers in a hurry. 8 minutes left on the game clock. Not there. Second team foul. And a chance for a three-point play. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You just got to know when to back off. Thus, as a coach, your seniors are really, really important. The other class will look at it for guidance and direction. While seniors are second at this role, it really helps out the coaching staff and the team as a whole.
On the left side. Jump shot. Shots off.
Oh, competitive guys.
Well, coach, is a timeout forthcoming?
Call a timeout and see what's going on out there, guys. They're really out of sync.
Now they work it around the perimeter. He attempts the trifecta. Not this time. Cleans the glass. They work it around the perimeter. He missed it. What a rebound. On the left side. Down the lane. Finger roll. So easy. 7 minutes left on the game clock. Out of the way. In the lane.
Squared up on the catch. That is puppies in order.
Pushes it. He goes for three.
Trying to stretch the defense, Gus. If you make those, offensively, your team becomes really difficult to guard.
Careless mistake there. On the wing. In the lane. Shots off.
See the floor. You can get some easy fast breaks.
It's a call for the foul. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You just got to know when to back off.
Bill, so far, this one really hasn't been close. They need to close the gap or it's going to be over by halftime.
When it goes down to the tournament, there's absolutely no room for error. One off night usually spells the end, Gus. You see it time and time again. Mid-majors will upset higher-ranked teams. It's really important to come out ready to play.
And we're ready. And we're back. Gus Johnson along with Bill Raftery with you here, ready to inbound after the timeout. Down in the low block. We are at the 6-minute mark. On the outside. And it. Top of the key. He shoots from the corner. Comes up empty from deep.
Big time presentation at the rim. He made himself bigger by extending his arms.
Now looking to attack. He stood his ground there, Coach.
Great anticipation.
Miles has really had a strong performance so far. Breaks it off the rim. Offensive board. Long down court pass. 5 minutes left on the game clock. He shoots from the corner.
Bang.
Careless mistake there. Pushing in transition.
He stings to the 10.
Pushes it. He takes the three. They work it around the perimeter. Well, turns it over. We're at the 4-minute mark.
Stop the ball.
Shots off.
What a rebound. It's mine.
Top of the key. And he can't get them out.
And he looks to outlet.
On the left side. Turnover. He'll want that one back.
To the go.
This guy is a complete player in the post.
The big fella can face you up, play back to the basket. He's a good rebounder and solid on that defensive end.
The sophomore. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Cross court. He shoots from the corner. Perfect. Call for the foul. Too aggressive on defense here. Lines up with the foul. Here's another solid junior bill.
Gus, you look at your juniors as third-year players who have been there. And as a coach, you can rely on them for their experience and ability to guide the less experienced players on the team.
Rims out. It's good. Change of possession.
Elevation.
Jumping inside. He shoots from outside. And no! Goes up high with 2 hands and pulls it down. He can't get it to go. Way out on the right wing. Shots off.
Transition.
We are at the 2-minute mark. On the left side. He got it up and in. on the right wing. Off the mark. Breaks it. The senior. On the right side. He shoots from the corner. He hits it from way downtown. Top of the key. And he hammers it down. Pushes it. Under. He makes the block. And he's there with the power check. Henderson has a terrific handle, and he can get to the rim. I mean, talk about a slasher weapon.
He uses his athleticism to get into the 3-second area and causes problems with his sprint for the deep.
And he's fouled. Raf, so far it's been a demonstration of teamwork.
When you have guys that want to win, you're going to get different players stepping up at different times and in different ways. And that's always great to watch, especially as a coach.
Ball coming in from the sideline. And we have a change in possession here. Position for the ball screen now. On the right side.
He missed it. They should look to push it now. A little woo-woo does.
Shots off.
Great inside control.
Way out on the right wing. He shoots from the corner with no luck. With a big shot. No. Stay tuned for the road to the Final Four. And let's take a moment to look at some team stats for both sides here. We can see here how both teams are doing with the keys they identified at the outset. Bill, what's going through these young guys' minds now? Here they are. They've worked all season long just to get to the NCAA tournament, and we've got a half behind us and a half to go, and somebody's got to go.
You know what I think is really impressive here tonight, Gus? The fact that both of these clubs are focused on each possession. A level of concentration is where you'd expect it to be during the tournament.
They'll throw this one in from the side. And he misses the shot. Rig in the post.
Fire! How about this kid? Huh?
Inside. Power jam. Full court pass. And we'll get change of possession. And another look at that dunk.
Two in the lane. Fighting the lid. There's a slam.
Pushes it. He puts up the tray. Misses from the outside. Henderson receives the ball. He nails the bucket. Turnover. He'll want that one back. Henderson takes the pass. Alley-oop. Up and in. Ha-ha. Stanley handles the pass. Well, manages to keep it in. Callaway receives the ball. Jump shot. Gets it to go. That one went through the high post, though.
When the ball goes through the high post, good things usually happen for the offense. It's such a vulnerable area for the team. Great job of exploiting that area on that play.
He doesn't get the hoop. He can't get the bucket to fall. Mobley receives the pass. Garrison receives the pass. Fires. He can't get the hoop to fall. Henderson handles the feed. Second team foul. How about a second time? Check out this layup.
How about the concentration at the 10, despite being banged in the paint?
Quick field. Steals the pass. Garrison handles the pass. Ooh, gentle. Foul on the play. Sideline inbound. Convinced. Pushes it. Looking for the bottom. Misses from long range. We're at the 8-minute mark. Drop it inside. And the break back for play.
Just a terrific work to the cutter. Going strong to the 10. Easy finish.
Cross court. He launches the bomb. Callaway hits the triple. Man, it's been a great team effort for these guys.
When you have guys that want to win, you're going to get different players stepping up at different times and in different ways. And that's only great to watch, especially as a coach.
Length of the floor. He drains the bucket. Henderson handles the pass. Jump shot. Shots off. Hungry for the ball. Stanley receives the ball.
Put a little English on it.
We are at the 7-minute mark. Get it down on the low block. Inside. Pushes it. That's going to be a backcourt violation, Bill.
I guess you would say the defense did their job.
Let's take another look at how our focus players are managing here in the second half.
There are a lot of things that don't always show up in the stat sheet, Gus. These guys could have a horrible game up to this point, so long as they step up and make a big play when called upon.
They're called for the foul. Looks like all they can look forward to is next season, Coach. It was a one-sided first half. The second half is shaping up to be the same.
At this point, Gus, it's not looking good. This is crunch time, and you have to execute during crunch time. The teams that do well in this tournament are usually flawless when it comes to both offensive and defensive execution.
Stanley keeps it in. He strips him clean. Weather on the move. Fire. And he can't hit the shot. Henderson takes the feed. And he lays it up and in. Dials up a long-range shot off that time. 6 minutes left on the game clock. Out on the wing. Out of bounds, and we're not going anywhere. Let's get another look at the layup.
You've got to make these inside ones, Gus. They're high percentage shots. They just got to be completed.
Down the lane. Finger roll. So easy. Glenn with the ball. He shoots from the right of the circle. And he can't get them out. Henderson handles the feed. He gets it to fall. Glenn receives the ball. He can't get it to go. Grabs the rebound. We're at the 5-minute mark. He gets that one to fall. He fires from long range. Decker. Davis receives the pass.
You're making this for your money.
On the right side. He tries for three. Can't connect from the three-point line. Henderson handles the pass. Shots off. Rejected. 4 minutes left on the game clock. Callaway on the move. Glenn gets the ball. Off the mark. Nice rebound. On the wing. You bet. And we're going the other way. Let's get another look at the layup.
You've got to make these inside ones, Gus. They're high percentage shots. They just got to be completed.
Henderson handles the feed.
How about that, Gus?
Glenn receives the pass. Call for the foul. Basket is good and foul.
This kid's got it, Gus. Body control. Notice the game.
He will get one. Makes it.
Take it in, Gus.
On the left side. 3 minutes left on the game clock. He got it up and in. Pushes it. Up and in. Ha ha! Entry pass in the paint.
Way to stick it, young fella.
Out on the left wing. Jump shot. He doesn't get the hoop to fall. Mobley receives the ball. 2 minutes left on the game clock. And moves it in. Stan takes the pass in the paint. It's finished.
Put a little English on it.
How about him taking it to the cup, Bill?
Those aggressive drives are what propels this offense. There's no reason why they shouldn't continue to do this.
Careless mistake there. Henderson with the ball.
The guile, the fortitude to pursue the rim.
Stan takes the feed. He shoots from the corner. And misses. Third team foul. Here we go. Let's watch the dunk one more time.
Send it in, big fella.
At the free throw line. Gets it. Gets two at the charity stripe. They're working around the perimeter. 1 minute left on the game clock. Fire. Answer. Way out on the right wing. Loose ball batted in. Out on the right wing. He unloads the three. Callaway drills it from downtown. It's stripped. Active hands. Here they go in transition. He buries it from downtown. Call for the foul. They're set to throw it in from the side. Oh, what a strip hook. Now on the run. Shots up. But he misses his target.
Boy, the coach will be happy with that.
Boy, in the post. Well, I think the better team won. It's heartbreaking for the other side, but that's the way it goes. 5 and advance is the name of the game.
Well, the better team won because they protected the basketball. They made sure they converted on the free throw line. They did all of the little intangibles we consistently talk about. And that was the difference in this game.
That does it for us here today. Until next time, for Coach Raftery, I'm Gus Johnson. Thanks for watching college basketball here on CBS Sports.
An upset. Kent State State knocks off number 4 seed Kentucky and will face Miami next. We'll find out our next game, though. We still are in the first round. We still got the first round. Still games in the first round. We have not had Houston play, Iowa play. Well, Iowa Auburn hasn't played. Houston, Dayton, Alabama, Texas State, Corpus Christi, San Diego State, Charleston, Virginia and Furman, Creighton and NC State, Baylor and UC Santa Barbara, Missouri, Utah State, Arizona, Princeton, Purdue, FDU, Memphis, Florida Atlantic, Duke, North Roberts, Tennessee, Louisiana, Kentucky, those are played. Michigan State, USC hasn't played. Marquette, Vermont, back on the other side of the bracket. Iowa State, Mississippi State, Xavier, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Texas, Colgate, Kansas, Howard game hasn't been played. Illinois, Arkansas hasn't been played. VCU, St. Mary's hasn't been played. Iona and UConn hasn't been played, which is Connecticut. Hawaii and Gonzaga hasn't played. USA and UNC Asheville have been played. A lot of games haven't been played. Again, players of the game, Callaway and Mills. That was just an atrocious game for Indiana. Not what you wanted, not what you were expecting. You were expecting Indiana to come away with the win, being the 4th seed, but the 15 seed in a D team beats a B team in an upset of a 13 over a 4th seed. So we'll see how it goes with the 14, or with the 4 seed and the 5 seed. 14 seed, 13 seeds give me in the 5 seed. Should be interesting in matchup in the second round. Like I said, that was an interesting game, to say the least. We'll find out what the next game is. However, Gonzaga and Hawaii, and that is a 3 versus 14 seed. Winner plays TCU in the West Region second round. Again, that was something. I mean, really something. I would say that was some upset. So it'll be Miami and Kent State in the second round. The other matchup we know of is Kansas State and Kentucky, battle of the Wildcats. We will have another matchup determined in a little bit here. I think if we get to this game today, that's fine. If not, that's cool. We'll get to it tomorrow. But it'll be either TCU and either Gonzaga or Hawaii, and Gonzaga favored. But like we just saw in the Kent State Indiana game, that's not always going to be the case. The lower seed could surprise you, and Gonzaga could get knocked off there. So let's review, shall we, the teams that have gone through to the second round in our tournament. Our version of this is for our version of the NCAA tournament, meaning for this year's NCAA tournament, meaning every game but Dayton, Houston, This one coming up here, Gonzaga and Hawaii, and Xavier Ohio State. Except for those 3 games, because they're replacing Northern Kentucky, Kennesaw State, and Grand Canyon, which are not in the game. So you had to replace them with Dayton, Ohio State, and Hawaii, because the teams that were in that spot, Northern Kentucky versus Houston. Northern Kentucky wasn't in the game. Kennesaw State and Xavier game. Kennesaw State was not in the game. Gonzaga and Grand Canyon on the game, so Grand Canyon had to be replaced by Hawaii. Kennesaw State by Ohio State. And Northern Kentucky by Dayton. The only other thing that's different is not so much a replacement team, but a team that didn't win in real life to get to the first round. One here, and that is Mississippi State or Penn State. And so it'll be Mississippi State versus Ohio State instead of Pitt versus Iowa State. So instead of Pitt versus Ohio State like we had in the real life first round, we're having Mississippi State at Iowa State. So there's that. All right, now let's look at teams who have moved on and their seed to know who is the lowest, who's the highest seed that has moved on, who's the lowest, and all of that. Maryland was a 8 seed, they moved on. Kentucky a 6 seed, so they moved on, so 6 and 8. Kansas State a 3 seed, so that's the highest seed so far. Maryland, so we have a 3, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Another 6 from TCU, and a 10 seed. So before today, the highest seed to advance to the next round was Boise State with a win over Northwestern. And then but that has since not the case anymore. The highest seed, or sorry, the lowest seed to advance on so far has been this winner just now, Kent State. So yes, Miami had a lot of 3-pointers in that game against Drake a couple days ago, but they are going to have they are favored team. Don't get me wrong, they're a favored team against Kent State, but the way Kent State played today, if they play that way again against Miami does not have a chance at defending that, but it's a different team than what we saw with Indiana. Indiana, though, was a higher seed, however, albeit by 1 seed, but, a 4 instead of 5, but we'll see how it goes. And there was a 13 instead of a 12 seed they're facing. So Drake was probably just a little bit better seeded than Kent State, despite so Miami won by big to beat Drake, and Kent State really beat Indiana to get to that Miami game. So we have still the to see who TCU will play and see who Boise State will play, and then on the other half of the bracket to see who Alabama or to Maryland will play? Will it be Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, or will it be Alabama? And this one, will it be Hawaii or will it be Gonzaga? Or will it be Seattle or UCLA? You know, we have had only 2 matchups determined. And that was this one, Miami and Kent State, and Kentucky and Kansas State. We'll have another one here with Gonzaga and Hawaii. We'll play TCU. Winner of that will play TCU. So, yeah. Didn't expect Indiana to get beat in my version. Didn't expect Boise State to beat Northwestern either. So those are some surprises there. So we'll see if Princeton can knock off Arizona like in real life, or will Arizona survive there? And we'll see how Alabama does against Texas and Corpus Christi. And of course, the one what people want to know: does Duke survive and advance, or does ORU shock everybody and beat Duke and have a 12 versus another 12 versus another upset? So we've had 10 beat a 7, a 13 beat a 4, a 8 beat a 9, a 6 beat a 11, a 3 beat a 14, and another 6 beat 11. So both 6 seeds, two of the 6 seeds have advanced on. Again, we don't know if the 6th seed in this region, which is Iowa State, well, not in this region, but the region that we just came off of. We don't know if the Midwest region 6th seed, which is Iowa State. We know TCU and Kentucky, 2 6 seeds. One in the West, one in the East has moved on. We have 2 more 6 seeds left, which is Iowa State and Creighton. Still have yet to be played. So we'll see how that goes. Just because they're a 1 seed, just because they're a 16 whatever seed, does not mean that they're going to lose or win. The highest seed doesn't necessarily guarantee a win. The lower seed doesn't always guarantee a loss. It's that sort of thing here. Gonzaga, yes, they're a 3 seed. They aren't guaranteed a win either. Yes, you have a 3 seed already advanced with Kansas State, but that was a Montana State. That was a very different 14 seed. We'll see if Hawaii is better than that. When they play against Gonzaga, I'll be controlling Gonzaga in that one. That one is either an hour or so from now or tomorrow, depending upon how I feel about doing that one today. But that'll do it for this live stream, however, though. Until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see you next time.